I've been doing DRO basically every day since the start of when we took over for FedEx. And it takes a lot of time at night, not so much when it was 9 routes, but with the growth, it was taking up a considerable amount of time at night to try and move things, switch things, look at time commits, all this kind of stuff. And so we actually found a company called GroundSwell who uses AI technology to run your FRO for you. And it's actually been amazing. It cuts a lot of our time out at night. So what used to say maybe, oh, well, we have to figure this out or move these time commits, like it takes all of those things into consideration and it goes into your DRO, kind of runs off your plan, and it will maneuver things to have your FRO make the most sense for your drivers the next day, making sure that they have time commits that they can hit. We had a meeting with them and they were actually able to help us cut routes and save money on fuel, wear and tear on the truck. And that's probably around $14,000 a route just for the fuel.
Per year?
Per year, yeah. And I think it's been a huge help. The amount of time I think that it saves us. We go in at night and maybe tweak a few things, not because their system doesn't do its job, but just because we might have somebody that says, oh, I can't come in till a little bit later tomorrow. And so we're now like, trying to pull 1030s off of them. But it's been super helpful with just alleviating some of that stress at night of trying to sit there and figure out all of these things.
I wanted to ask you about the AI part of it because FRO technically is already AI. So can you talk a little bit more about what does the GroundSwell software you implemented do using AI that FRO doesn't do?
I feel like DRO, I look at it sometimes, I'm like, I don't understand why it would do that. And I feel like the GroundSwell AI just makes a lot more sense in what they're doing. We've never had DRO cut a route before, but GroundSwell seems to do it pretty seamlessly when it does. And, for us to not have to sit there and be like, oh, we could cut a route tonight. Now we have to redo everything and reassign anchor areas and reassign, and GroundSwell's just like, yeah, we decided you only need 21 today. You can look it over and see what you think, And they give you the option. If you don't like it, you can manipulate it. You can re-upload things. The other thing is in DRO, every stop, they give the same amount of time. 75 seconds is what you get. Whereas GroundSwell can learn. We had a meeting the other day, start to implement the turn by turn. And I think that combined with being able to learn how long it takes at a stop, you might have 75 seconds might be completely unrealistic if you have to go somewhere where there's security or gate codes or, any of these things. It's not taking that into account. And then it says, well, you're going to have, this many stops and it's going to take you this long when you're trying to hit time commits. If they're not giving you that time, it's not going to work. Everybody comes in the morning. Everybody's first thought is their 1030s, right? Those 1030s, first things off the truck, that's what they're all panicked about. And then they want to go about their day. And then what we usually end up as the problems is the noons and the 130s. Because they've started their route and they don't get rerouted to go there. That's something they have to think about, oh, I have to go here, I have to go there, or they think they can make it. Whereas the turn by turn for GroundSwell manipulates their sequence throughout the day. So if you have that stop that takes 10 minutes when maybe it shouldn't have, it recognizes that and then will resequence you to say, well, you have to go this way now because you have a noon that's over on that side.
So just to clarify, so it sounds like it takes your real world FRO data feedback. So like, let's say your driver delivers to a military base and it takes them 10 minutes to get through because there's gates, there's security, certain drivers have to go there, whatever it might be. It will then report back and automatically change if, let's say, he stops at this stop at a certain time point, but then he's got a 10:30 time commit. It will automatically change and say, okay, skip over that military base because that's going to take too long. Let's go hit this and then reroute automatically. Is that what you're saying? And how much time are you saving? Are you going into DRO overnight? Or are you just kind of letting it do its thing?
We do still go into DRO every night. The main reason is that we run 2 support routes. So we have 2 trucks that we send out at about 11 o'clock, and they don't have a whole lot of stops, but they do a lot of pickups. Sometimes just for sanity's sake, even if somebody's truck isn't cubed out and they have 30 boxes going somewhere, we try and save them that hassle of those 30 boxes by moving them to one of those support routes. So it's not something that GroundSwell would even know to do. It's just for us to kind of make people happy in the morning. But unless there's like a situation like that, it's like a look it over, we just run with it.
Are you indeed taking advantage of cutting routes?
Yeah. Yeah, it cuts a route for us almost every day during the week, and it cuts a route on Saturdays too. And sometimes, depending on what it sees for volume, it will cut 2.
Okay, so at least 1 per day, sometimes 2. And so, and I know that it doesn't sound like you've been using that for long enough, but in theory, how much per year could that save you financially?
Probably if it does the 2, it would be at least $28,000 a year just for the fuel.
Wow.
Just for the fuel. But then you also don't need the truck maintenance, the payroll.
Yeah.
And that's a lot, or that has the potential to be a ton.